Okay, so now we have the 6-2 work together. Going to do some more work on our worksheet. So in this section, we're going to do some adjusting entries. So the two accounts that we're going to make adjustments to, supplies and prepaid insurance. So those companies have supplies. They start out the beginning of the month with particular value of supplies on supplies. Over the course of the month, those supplies get used up. So the value of the amount of supplies on hand at the end of the month is going to be lower than what they are at the beginning of the month. So it's just like insurance. Insurance costs a particular amount of money each month, and then when it's paid for at 6 months at a time or a year at a time. So as the months go by, the value of the insurance drops. So we have to account for that change in value for those two accounts. So it says supplies on hand, $75. So what that means, so that's April 30th. So April 30th, and I can't fill the box in here. Let's say, so the box for the balance sheet for supplies at the end of the month should be $75. Right, that's an asset, so that's still going to have, that has value, so that's the debit column. But we need to account for getting from the $228 to the $75. So we started the month out of supplies of $228. The ending value of supplies is $75. So $153 worth of supplies have been used during the month. So we need to decrease the account value of supplies. So for record keeping, the way we're going to do that is enter this amount, $153, in the credit column. Remember that for assets, a decrease in an asset gets entered as a credit. So we have $153 there. So that's going to get us down to the $75 that we're going to fill in part 3 in a few minutes. Or whenever you get to 6-3 work together. So about $153. So now we've got to do the same thing with the insurance. So the value of the insurance is $250 at the end of the month. So at the beginning of the month, it was $375 minus $250. $125 for the adjustment to insurance. Okay, so now something else has also happened here. That difference between the beginning value for supplies and insurance and the ending value of supplies and insurance, those have been used. Well, those are now have become expenses. So we'll go down here to the expense section. So supplies expense, put in $153 debit, because now remember that expense is on the right side of the equal sign under that owner's equity umbrella, and decreases in owner's equity is a debit entry. So $153 for a supplies expense. Well, now we also have an insurance expense for the month, $125. That's why these were left blank for that trial balance. Okay, so now let's total these columns up. 125 plus 153, 278. And obviously this other side is going to come out to be 278 as well. Once again, debit and credit balance. Okay, so that is 6-2 work together.